Hello and welcome back to our Slay the Spire playthrough. My name is Shuffles, and today we're going to be taking on Act 3 with the Watcher. We make it to the top of the Spire here. We've got Time Eater waiting for us. Time Eater limits how many cards we can play each turn. I think this was actually a pretty good draw. I was worried we were going to get the Awakened one, since our deck is very reliant on powers, and Awakened one gets stronger when we play powers, so I think we dodged a bullet there, but we have a lot of floors to climb before we can even get to the Time Eater. So let's do a quick recap of Act 2. We came out with a victory over the champ. We've got lots of relics. We have holy water. That's going to get our energy going. We have ways to apply weakened, vulnerable, add some shields. If we roll a 2, we get a little bit of strength. And if we lose health at any time during a combat, got a couple more relics that'll trigger to block for 3 for us or draw 3 cards. Let's peek through our deck here. We were very reliant on powers so far. Battle Hymn was a big one. And we have Diva Form, which is going to generate a couple miracles each turn. We've got Collect, that adds 3 more. And then our big victory after defeating the champ was to pick up Brilliance. So with Brilliance, we're doing 2 damage for each miracle we have. And pretty often in Act 2, we were sitting on 5 miracles, so this could do a lot of damage. If we have 5 miracles, it'll do 10. If we're in Wrath, it's 15. If we upgrade it, we could get that up to 20, and it's 1 cost, so I think that's going to help us a lot against Time Eater. And on the way there, we have our Omega. Omega carried us through Act 1 and part of Act 2. We've gotten rid of most of our starter cards now, at least the strikes and defends. We've got some ways to get in and out of our stances. So we've got the Emerald Key. We picked it up in Act 1. We need to try to get the Ruby and the Sapphire Key. So if we're able to pick up these last 2 keys and we're able to defeat the Time Eater, we'll make it into Act 4. So let's go ahead and get started. We're at the bottom of Act 3 here. We've got our Boot Meeple on the first enemy encounter. It's going to be a Repulsor. Repulsor has also summoned a couple more enemies. We've got the Exploder. It's going to take 3 turns and then explode for 10 damage. And then the Spiker kind of has thorns and is going to hit us back if we attack him directly. So let's roll. We've got a 4 to start with. It's going to give us 1 block from our loaded die. We've got a really fun start. We're going to play Collect for 1 energy. It's going to give us 3 more miracles. We've got 4 miracles right now, and we've also drawn Brilliance. So we'll play that for 1 energy. And that's going to do 8 damage. We want to prioritize the Exploder here before it gets us. So that 8 damage will take him out entirely. Now we've got 1 energy left. We've got our Holy Water for more energy, along with our miracles we could cash in. We are up against 3 damage from the Repulsor and 2 more from the Spiker. We do have our Protect. So I think we'll use Holy Water here to play that. And that's going to give us 4 more block, putting us at 5. That's going to block the Repulsor and Spiker attacks. We're going to spend a miracle to put out Battle Hymn. And we're going to play Eruption for another miracle. That will put us into Wrath. It'll deal 2 damage to the Repulsor. And then Battle Hymn will deal another 4 damage as we're in Wrath. Takes the Repulsor down to 1. That's going to do it for our first turn. We're in Wrath. We're going to take 1 damage from that, which will block, and then 5 damage from the Repulsor and Spiker attacks. So we do lose 1 health here. That'll do it for turn 1. Let's roll for turn 2. We've rolled a 2. It's going to give us a couple of strength, 1 block. We've got 3 energy. We're going to play Omega. And that should just about do it. Omega is going to apply 6 damage to the entire row. That'll do it for the Repulsor. For the Spiker, that brings him down to 4. We're in Wrath, and Battle Hymn will finish off the Spiker with 4 more. The thorns don't apply since we didn't do any direct attacks. These were just passive powers. So we've come out of this almost unscathed, just 1 damage. Rewards are going to be a potion, which is much needed. We've not seen a lot of potions. We're also going to get a card reward. All right, let's check out this potion. It's going to be Ghost in a Jar. You can't lose more than 1 HP this round. That'll be handy to hang on to for later. Card rewards. We've got Crescendo, Flurry of Blows. I think we've seen both of those already. We have Flurry of Blows. And then Sash Whip, that's new. Does 2 attack, and if you're in Calm, it applies Weakened. I think we're going to skip card rewards on this one. I feel like we're in a pretty good spot with our deck. Got a lot of cards in it. I'm going to be able to cycle it and get to those cards a little faster. Looking at the Spire, I think our goal is to hit at least 1 elite. And then we've also got 11 gold we'd like to spend. All of the stores are on kind of the left side of the Spire. There's 3 stores over there, so I don't know how we can... Let's see. If we go up the middle here, we'll hit the Campfire, Elite, and then we can hit a store right before the Time Eater fights. I think that's going to be our route. Move into this question mark event. This is Bonfire Spirits. We can offer, remove a card. If it's uncommon, we'll heal for 3. If it's rare, we heal to full. And if it's a curse, we lose 1 HP. So in this case, we're just going to remove another starter card. We don't need the healing. So we're taking 1 more strike out of our deck. It just leaves us with 1 starter strike and a couple of defends left for the non-unique starter cards. That brings us to our next basic enemy fight. We've got the Transient. Interesting. Transient has 99 health. When we damage the Transient, or when they lose HP, we gain that amount of block. So they do some pretty big attacks, but as long as we're putting out damage, we'll be able to block most of it. It'd be really cool to be able to kill it before it leaves. I think there's an achievement for that, but I don't know if our damage is there yet. We'll see. Let's roll for our first turn here. We've got a 1. It gives us 1 block. We've got a tough draw here. We drew Brilliance right away without generating any more miracles. So if we play this, it's only going to do 2 damage. Let's lead off with Vigilance. Give us 2 more block. Puts us in Calm. We'll spend our last energy on Like Water. So at the end of the turn, we'll generate 2 shields. And then we're going to play Flurry of Blows. That one is free. We did change stances this turn, so it's going to do 3 damage. And we generate 3 block. So we're going to be able to block this 6 attack from Transient. We have actually 8 block because of Like Water. But we didn't do very much damage, so he's down to 96. That'll take us into the second turn. All right, turn 2. Let's roll. We got a 5. That triggers all kinds of things. So loaded die gives us 1 block. Red Mask will weaken the Transient. We also are going to apply Vulnerable. That'll double our next attack. And Tungsten Rod triggers. So that's 3 more block. We're already at 4. We'll start with 3 energy. We're going to spend it all to play Omega. That'll do 6 damage each round. So 6 damage will get us up to 10 block. And drop the Transient to 90 health. Transient's attacking for 9, so we've already got all the block we need. And we'll spend this Miracle to play Rushdown. So that's going to do it for this turn. Transient attacks for 9. We block all of it. And that'll move us into turn 3. Let's roll for turn number 3. We got a 2. It's going to give us 1 strength for the turn, along with 1 block. Let's play Inner Peace. We're in Calm status right now. It's going to draw us 3 cards. We've got 2 energy left, plus Holy Water. I think this is going to be a pretty fun turn. Let's play Collect. It gets 3 miracles back. We'll play Battle Hymn. Brings us down to 0 energy. But again, we still have Holy Water, so we'll spend both. Brings us back up to 2 energy. We're going to play Tantrum. Tantrum will do 2 damage. Transient's down to 88. That takes us out of Calm and puts us in Wrath. So now we're at 3 energy. Rushdown's going to draw 2 cards. We draw Worship. We're going to shuffle. And we've drawn a Defend. Tantrum now goes on top. We'll grab our 2 block for the Tantrum attack. Let's go ahead and apply our damage from powers. We're in Wrath. Battle Hymn does 4. And Omega's going to do 6 more. So Transient's at 76. We're not going to have the damage to finish him off. There's actually 2 more damage because of that vulnerable. That doubled our Tantrum attack. All right, I've added all of our block from all the damage we've done this turn, so we've got more than enough for this 12 attack from Transient. We still have lots of energy. We've got 3 left. Let's play Fear No Evil. That's going to do 3 more damage. Down to 71. Puts us back in Calm. And we've got 2 energy. Let's play Eruption. That does 2 more damage. Down to 69. Puts us back in Wrath. And gives us 2 more energy. So we're back to 3. We can do Diva Form for 2 of that. And we'll spend our last energy on a 1-cost strike. That'll deal 2 more damage. And we can play Worship to get 1 more miracle. All right, that'll do it for this turn. Transient attacks for 12. We have way more than that in block. All right, let's roll for the last turn here. Transient dies at the end of the turn regardless of what happens. But he does attack us for 15 before he goes. We've rolled a 4. That gives us 1 block. We're in Wrath already. Let's play Inner Peace and get to Calm. That brings us to 2 energy. We're in Calm status now. And let's do Tantrum. That'll take us right back out of Calm. Put us in Wrath. And gives us 2 energy, so we're at 3 again. We'll do 2 damage to the Transient. It gives us 2 block. Rushdown draws 2 cards. Now we can play Flurry of Blows. We're in Wrath. We've switched stances this turn. It's going to do 6 damage and generate 6 block. We'll play Halt as well. That's free. And that generates 2 more block. So we're up to 11. 3 energy left. We'll play Vigilance. That'll put us back in Calm. Gives us 2 more block. We're up to 13. And then we're going to get another 20 block from the Battle Hymn and Omega damage. We'll say that Battle Hymn we've already applied. We were in Wrath earlier this turn. So 4 damage there, 6 for Omega. We dropped Transient to 49. Did about half the damage we needed to do to kill him, but we did survive without taking any damage ourselves. I'll call that a success. We've picked up 2 more coins from the Transient. Let's take a look at the card rewards. We've got another Halt. We've already got that. Consecrate, 0 cost. Does 1 damage to the entire row. And just lucky, all 3 of these, 0 cost. This one does 1 damage, lets us scry 1, or 1 damage and 1 block. I think we're going to skip again, keep our deck as thin as possible, and try to get these powers out quickly. That brings us to our first Campfire, and we're at 8 health. We're not going to heal. Let's upgrade Brilliance. So it's going to do 3 damage per miracle now. Let's see who we're up against in our first elite fight of Act 3. It is the Reptomancer. He's got 35 health, and on turn 1, he's going to summon these 2 daggers that are coming to start damaging us as well. So we have 1 turn to kind of get set up. Let's roll to get started here. We've got a 6. So that's going to right away weaken him. Gives us 1 block. And we get to trigger 1 more relic here. I think we're going to apply vulnerable to him as well. We're starting with 3 energy. We're going to play rush down for 1. And then we're going to play eruption. That'll get us into wrath. We do 2 damage to Reptimancer. We enter wrath, and rush down lets us draw 2 cards. We've got Tantrum and Like Water. We have a lot of powers we need to get out this turn if possible. Now that we're in wrath, we can play Halt for free. It's going to give us 2 block, and that'll block the incoming wrath damage. For our last 2 energy, we'll play Diva Form. That'll generate 2 miracles at the beginning of each round. We'll go ahead and use 1 energy from Holy Water to play Like Water. That'll generate 2 shields when we're back in calm status. And let's use this last Holy Water energy to play Worship. It's going to give us 2 more miracles. So next turn, if we draw Brilliance, we'll have all 5 miracles ready to go. The Reptimancer on their turn is going to summon these 2 daggers. 5 health each. So next turn, we're up against a lot of damage. Just a quick correction last turn. Reptimancer had vulnerable and we attacked him for 2. Going to do 2 more damage. He's down to 31 going into this turn. Diva Form is going to generate our last 2 miracles, and we did draw Brilliance, which is now upgraded. So we're in Wrath. It is 3 per miracle. Wrath makes it 4. We have all 5 miracles. That's going to be 20 damage. And we're going to put that all on Reptimancer. That knocks him down to 11 right away. We have not rolled our die this turn. We've got a 4. It'll give us 1 block. Next up, we'll play Fear No Evil. That'll do 3 damage while we're in Wrath. It sets us back to Calm. We need to take out one of these daggers. Now that we're in Calm, Flurry of Blows will do the additional damage. Just going to be 3 this time instead of 6, since we're no longer in Wrath. That'll finish off one of the daggers. We're only looking at 8 incoming damage. We have 1 energy left. We'll spend that on Defend. Gets us up to 2 block. And then we'll spend 2 miracles to play Vigilance. That adds 2 more block, up to 4. Like Water gives us 2 more, so we're going to block 6. And that's all we can do this turn. So Reptimancer attacks. Oh, actually, we blocked everything. So Reptimancer is weakened. That drops these attacks down to 2 and 2. So 4 from Repto and 2 from this first dagger. And we blocked all 6. Very nice. Let's go ahead and roll for turn 3. We've rolled a 5. We're starting off with 1 block. Weaken Reptimancer again. Tungsten Rod triggers, so we have 4 block. Reptimancer is vulnerable. I love those 5 rolls. Diva Form generates 2 more miracles. We start with 3 energy. We're going to go ahead and spend the miracles to start with. Play Omega. That'll deal 6 damage to the whole row. And defeat the second dagger. Those are both gone. 6 damage to Reptimancer. Puts him at 5. Now we can play Collect. Back up to 5 miracles. We'll do Battle Hymn. For 1 energy. We're not in Wrath. It's only going to do 2 damage. Brings Repto down to 3. Not much else we can do. He is going to attack for 7 here. We just can't quite finish him off this turn. So let's do 2 energy on Protect. It gives us 4 more block. We're up to 8. He's only attacking for 6 with Weakened. And then I think that's going to do it. He will revive the daggers, but we have Omega out. And that's enough damage to take out both daggers next turn, along with the remaining health on Repto. That'll do it for this fight. We've survived our first elite. We've only lost 1 health so far. And we're going to get 3 coins, a relic, and an upgraded card reward. That puts us at 16 coins. We are going to pass on Dead Branch. This lets us draw 1 card for each card in our exhaust pile. Passing on it is going to give us the Sapphire key. So we have 2 of the 3. We just need to skip a Campfire and we'll have all 3 keys. Our card reward choices, we've got Talk to the Hand. Does 2 damage. We get 1 block for each miracle we have. That looks good. Foreign Influence is a 2-cost attack, deals 3 damage. Or we can play a copy of the last attack played by another player this turn. I don't know how that applies in solo. We could use it on our own Brilliance or not. We'll skip that one. Lastly, we've got Prostrate. 1 block, and we gain a miracle. I think we're good on miracles. Let's do Talk to the Hand. Let's see what it is upgraded. It's going to do 1 additional attack. So 3 damage, 1 block for each miracle we have. That could be really helpful with defense. Next stop in the Spire is another enemy encounter. And this time we're up against the Spire Growth. Got a lot of health at 28. And we'll be doing quite a lot of attack. Let's roll for turn number 1. We've got a 4. It gives us 1 block. We're not going to need it. Spire Growth that takes no action on turn 1. We drew Brilliance and Collect. That is an awesome start. It'll be our first energy spent. We generate 3 miracles. And now we can play Brilliance. Unfortunately, we're not in Wrath, but it will still do 12 damage for 1 cost. Spire Growth is already down to 16. We use another energy to play Battle Hymn. That will do 2 more damage to the growth, down to 14. And let's spend our Holy Water for Vigilance. That'll put us in Calm for next turn. I'll do it for turn 1. Spire Growth does not act. We'll go ahead and roll for turn 2. And we've got a 5. We'll apply all that in just a second. All right, let's run through the relics here with 5. Loaded Die gives us a block. Tungsten gives us 3 more. We apply Weakened and Vulnerable. We're in Calm already. We use our first energy to play Inner Peace. It draws 3 cards. We use 2 energy and a miracle to get Omega out. And let's go ahead and do our damage from the powers. We have no way to get into Wrath this turn, unfortunately. That will still do 8 damage. And that brings him down to 6 health. The Spire Growth is weakened. It's doing 2 separate attacks to us for 4, which will be reduced to 3, and then a separate attack for 2. So we need 1 more block, which we can get with Halt. So now we're set on block. Let's play Fear No Evil. That'll do 2 damage since we're only in Calm. And it costs us 1 more miracle. The growth has Vulnerable, so it's going to double the attack. And they're down to just 2 health. So we've got everything blocked. And next turn we've got Battle Hymn and Omega. That will finish this fight. For the Spire Growth rewards, we've added 1 coin. We get another potion. That is a Fire Potion, deals 4 damage. Let's look at the card choices. We have Foresight, another power card. Start of turn, before you draw, scry 3. Reach Heaven. Attack card 2 damage, plus 1 damage for each miracle we have. That is helpful. And Third Eye, 2 block and scry 3. These are all good choices. All right, I think Reach Heaven is a kind of a poor man's Brilliance. And we've already got Brilliance. I'm going to pass here. We've got too many powers as it is. And I kind of like Third Eye. I think we'll do that. It's going to give us a little bit of block. And finally gives us an option to scry and get rid of some cards that we don't want to play. in the next round. So let's take third eye. Let's move on up to Spire. We've got our shop all set up. We've got 3 relic options. I think Regal Pillow is not going to help us at all at this point. Resting heals for additional 3 HP. We won't need that. I do quite like Toolbox. Let's just change our die roll. We only do it once per room, but we can subtract 1 from whatever we roll. That may be pretty helpful. I think we're going to buy that. It's also on sale, so we get it for 6 instead of 7. We'll set our money aside here. We've got a few potion options. We have 2 potions already. Weak, explosive, and swift. I generally like having a swift on me. Let's just draw 3 cards. If we don't have what we need in our hand, we can play this. We just have boss fights left. So we'll pay 2 for that as well. That puts us up to 9. All right, so we still have, it looks like 8 coins. We're definitely going to take advantage of card removal for 3. And we'll get rid of a defend since we just picked up third eye. It's a much better option. That costs 3 more. We had paid 9 already. We've got 5 gold left. I think we'll hang on to it. We do have the chance to buy one of these card rewards, but I think I'm going to pass. Middle Fortress is another power. Gives us a block when we switch stances. Collect, we already have the upgraded collect. And then Cut Through Fate. 1 cost, does 1 damage. Let's just scry a couple of cards and draw 1. It's not a bad card, but I think our deck's pretty full as it is. So we'll pass here. We'll save our money. We'll get 1 more shop after Time Meter. Maybe we can replenish our potions or take out 1 more card. We've reached our final campfire. This is our last chance to get the ruby key, which we will. We're in pretty good shape anyway. We've kind of cruised through Act 3. We still have 8 health. And we're ready to take on Time Eater. We've got all 3 keys, so if we defeat Time Eater, we'll actually see an Act 4 of this game as well. Here's our opening roll. Oh, let's scratch that. There we go. We got a 6. All right, so we've got 1 block, and we get to choose what other relic is going to activate. I say we apply a vulnerable to him. So on turn 1, Time Eater is going to attack for 2 damage twice. And more importantly, they have a limit of 5 cards that can be played. So we've got 5 cards in our hand. They each cost 1 energy. We start with 3. We've got Holy Water. We're just going to go ahead and play everything. Most of these are powers. We'll get Rush Down, Like Water, and Battle Hymn out right away. Battle Hymn is going to do 2 damage. Drop him to 58. Inner Peace will put us in calm, and Talk to the Hand deals 3 damage, times 2 for vulnerable, so 6, dropping to 52 health. We also generate 1 block since we have 1 miracle. So we have 2 block. Like Water generates 2 more. That's going to block both incoming attacks from Time Eater, and that'll move us into turn 2. Let's do our roll for turn 2. We've got a 2. That'll add strength for us this round, and it also adds 1 block. We'll start with 3 energy and 1 block. We are limited to playing only 4 cards this round. We don't have to worry about any damage incoming. So let's get these potions out of here. We're going to play Collect. That is 1 energy, gives us 3 miracles. For 2 more energy, we'll play Diva Form. 4 powers out now. We have no incoming damage. We can hold on to Protect, since it has the Retain ability. We'll set that over here. We'll discard everything else, and that's going to do it for our second turn. Time Eater does not attack. Instead, they're going to throw 3 status cards into our discard pile. And per usual, we've forgotten to apply our Battle Hymn damage, so we'll go ahead and reduce his health by 2. He starts his turn at 50. He's going to be doing 6 damage this turn and gaining strength. We're also limited to only playing 3 cards. Let's do our roll. We got 2 again. Very nice. This is going to be a big turn, despite only playing 3 cards. Diva Form generates another Miracle, so we're capped at 5. We have Brilliance, and we have Eruption. So we're going to play Eruption to start with. That'll do 2 damage, bring him to 48. That moves us out of Calm into Wrath. We've got 4 energy left. We're not going to need all that much. We're playing Brilliance, which does 3 per Miracle, +1 for Wrath, and +1 for Strength. This is going to do 25 damage for 1 card here. That drops him all the way down to 23. So I would love to play Flurry of Blows. This would do, we change stances, so it does the additional swords here. So 3, we have Strength, so it's 6, and we have Wrath, so that would make it 9. But unfortunately, he's going to hit us for 6. We don't have enough to kill him this round. I think we're going to have to play Protect. That's 2 cost. We had plenty of energy anyway. That'll give us 4 more block. Puts us at 5. And Time Eater is going to attack us for 6. So we lose 1 health. Still in great shape. That was a big turn. We do lose 1 additional health since we were also in Wrath. And we also forgot to do our Battle Hymn damage. So 4 more. That takes him down to 19. That's just for last turn. This turn, we're going to kick things off with Omega. So between Omega and Battle Hymn and being in Wrath, that's going to do 10 more damage. We have 9 more to get him down to 0 for the first time. Went ahead and added his strength that he gained last turn. So he is going to be attacking us for 6 this round. We are going to need to figure out how to do 9 more damage and end this or block those 6 incoming. We're going to spend 2 miracles to play Vigilance. That gives us 2 block. It puts us back in Calm. We'll spend another miracle to then play Tantrum. Tantrum will do 2 damage, which I think I've already ticked off. That'll draw 2 cards with Rushdown. That puts us back in Wrath. We've generated 2 energy. We can now play Talk to the Hand. We have Strength this turn as well, I think. Did we roll the dice this turn? I can't remember. I think we've got 2 more cards to play. I cannot remember if we rolled the dice or not. I don't think that we did. Let's roll it. All right, 3. That doesn't help us. But Talk to the Hand we'll do, since we're in Wrath, it does 4. That'll bring him down to 2 health. We've got 1 more card we can play. Fear No Evil. That'll put us back into Calm. And does the last 2 damage here. So that brings his health to 0. So now Haste will trigger. The first time he reaches 0 HP, immediately heals to 30, gains a strength, and removes all status tokens. So we're going to have to do it again, but just half of it. Talk to the Hand gave us another 2 block. So we have miracles here. So we have 4. He's attacking for 6. And that's going to bring us down to 4 health. Although let's trigger... Let's trigger Self-Forming Clay. Once per combat, we can heal for 3 if we've lost HP this combat, which we have. That keeps our health at 6. All right, let's roll for the next turn, so don't forget this time. That is a 4. We've got 1 more block incoming. Diva Form generates 2 miracles to start this turn. We also have... We have a 4-card limit this turn. We're going to be playing Tantrum. That'll take us out of Calm, put us in Wrath. Deals 2 damage. 28 to go. Rushdown will draw 2 cards. We can play 3 more cards this turn. We have no incoming damage to worry about aside from Wrath, and we've already got 1 block from our die roll. So let's play Eruption. That's going to deal 3 damage. Brings him to 25. Let's do our damage from powers, Omega, and Battle Hymn. That's 10 more. Down to 15, and I think this should do it. We've got 2 cards left to play. We can play Worship for the rest of our energy. That'll give us the max amount of miracles. We're at 5 now. And for our last card, we'll play Brilliance. We're in Wrath. That's going to do 4 times 5 miracles. It's 20 damage. And that is it for Time Eater. That'll do it for Act 3. So we've got all 3 keys. We're ready to go into Act 4. We've got 5 gold. We have lots of relics, and we kind of breezed through Act 3. Time Eater got us for 2 damage, and that was it. So Acts 1 through 3 in the books, Act 4 to go. I'll be back soon with more solo board gaming and Slay the Spire content. Thank you all so much for watching.